So someone's replacing Mia? Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. I said, there you are, finally. I said, where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. It's like, who are you? Right, and how'd you get in here? Hello? I said, it doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. How? I said, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I said, I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. She's dead. I'm sorry. Maya is dead. Maya? No, Mia's dead. Their names are way too close, y'all, so excuse me. So you are the coffee boy? Bitch, I know you saw my name on that door. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me right now. I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, ma'am. Do your research. Said, yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. So that's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking any cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Aw, he's getting flashbacks. Aw, we don't have to relive that. Aw. I said, okay, I'll hear you out. I said, really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. So, what brought you here? So you're a scientific investigator. Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year, bitch. That's young. I'm sorry. Let me stop saying bitch. Young lady. That is young as hell. Okay. You can't even drink. You can't even get a cigarette. Okay, so sit down. Oh, Lord. Here we go.
He said, what do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner.
Oh, Lord, I'm about to have a field day with this accent. This is Mr. Marshall. Oh, Lord. Why he looks like Cassidy from Overwatch? Said Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me.
Looky here, Bambina, I know how you feel. But this is my thing's gold strike, see?
Strike?
This is our claim, our territory, with the motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream you want to.
I said, what is this guy talking about? Why am I putting on this voice?
You head long home now. Happy trails, Bambina.
It's scared man, please. Ain't nobody scared of this man. He's like, could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Is that his?
He said, well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh?
He said, please.
He said, no problem, partner, but time for victuals. Anyway, get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor and prospector's office. Might just find you a Sarasa you like.
What? He said, where's this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, look up Biddle Saloon Subversa. I said, maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's Office. Right. Let's look at that.
He said, in any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim.
Right. Great. So what's his name? Like, we still don't know his name. Great. Maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out.
Excuse me? Were you two all set?
Us? Oh, shit. That's not even him. Oh, Jesus. I thought it was him again. My God. Said, oh, still there? He said, hello? He said, why? The surprised looks. Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. He said, what happened to the security guard? Right, so you just dating everybody? Oh, she for the streets. Okay. He said, hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a dog that has lost his herd. Jake Marshall. It's a strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. So let's talk to him. Let's see what's going on. He said, would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. He said, it's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? He said, Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog? He's holding a birthday party or something. What?
Said, look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation.
Oh, I think he just miswrote it. Said, wait, why am I getting all defensive here?
Said, no worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe, better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then.
He basically saying, he said Detective Gumshoe is bad at his job and we all know it. Thank you, Officer Marshall.
He said, oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective.
He said, which reminds me, hey, wait a sec, isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
So note to self, police investigators are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Okay, we discarded that. And let's present him with this.
What's that? Some sort of police passport?
This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance? Is this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with a tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Okay, and what about this?
All right, compadre, count to 3.
Huh?
You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. He said, toy shield suits the boy well. He said, what exactly could you shield with that? A toy knife, baby?
I'm sorry. He said, Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point.
He said, well, you know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs is surprisingly cheap.
So you know it, they've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you.
Okay, so that might be a reason why
that happened. All right. It's at 5:12 p.m. The prosecutor's bright red steed came in at a trot real slow like.
Is it a trot?
My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later, so it seems the chief prospect was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse.
So what you mean is the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. It says A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are regulated to B block. A dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Okay, so let's look at the car. Died within an hour and a half or 4 p.m. So it died at 4:30. So it was carried there. Huh. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Said funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Said nothing in common?
Said they apparently worked together on the case a few years back.
So there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot.
So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
See what I'm saying? Look, he's just like Cassidy from Overwatch.
High noon.
Said, I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective.
You calling me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. Said I was one of them fancy shooting detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really?
Now he tells me.
He said, but you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Said nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? I said no reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least.
Said he's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Said maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Oh, Edgeworth.
That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet.
The Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation, huh? So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
So that's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospect tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's faded aside of Bambina. Many condolences.
Oh my God. This is Officer Marshall.
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that. You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about?
He said, I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office.
Dry wind or ill will? Someone's up to something here, but who?
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth has been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence and rearranging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prospectors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits, untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina, chief prospector Land of Sky.
I said, what? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't wrestle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals.
What you're saying, Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere, everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. She was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime, a professional witness. Please. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls his first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Yep, let's get it over with. She never saw it. She said that she heard it. Said, I haven't seen you somewhere. Said, you ordered the caviar lunch, right? It said caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. Is he really eating in the middle of this court? I said, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. He said, thanks. Will the witness say her name is professional? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name, profession, please. Said, well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. See, this is why I don't like the judge. Why are we eating caviar in the middle of a court case? You are the most unprofessional judge I've ever met. Get off the stand. I've always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. So what the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? To tell the truth.
Said, hola, partner.
Oh, Lord. Here we go, Cassidy. It says, they say
you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up his temper. That's what they told me when I was young, at least. Thought I'd come take a look, see that how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarf. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. Look at you drinking.
He said, you don't say. Now, don't that just beat all?
Huh?
He said, I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler.
I said, what?
At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it, too, I reckon.
He said, what does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So was that her scarf put in the car? So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell.
I said, I said, I have a bad feeling about this. He said, so, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
He said, if it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee.
I'd like to resume. He said, what's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh, shit. Is something wrong, Miss Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets, that furrowed broad brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more? He said, it can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. He said, well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our it said, this is unacceptable. What is? It said, it seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. It said, excuse me, knock knock? Judge? I said, who's there? Who the fuck is said, what's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Who are you? Who is this man? He said, hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. He said, who on earth is he? He looks like a not real person. Like, he looks like, I don't know, like the brother of Thanos. Like, I don't know, like. Hello? He said, it's you. Who are you? Don't look at me like that. Who are you? He said, oh, sorry, I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see. Udgy, how you been? Swim much these days? He said, hello? Hello? No, I've been so busy. He said, busy, smizzy, Udgy. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. I'm very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? He said, so you're Wright, the attorney. I've heard very good things about you, son. Wright, thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? It said, you know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? It said, Mr. Wright. It said, you don't know the district chief of police? That's the chief of police? Why does he look like this? He's a chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Why is he looking at me like this, though? Like, why he look like he's trying to get some? People will, you know, believe you. Fake it till you make it. Said, very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? What was it, Mr. Meekins? He said, things are getting wild from the get-go. Yep, him. Okay. I kind of like him. He said, will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that will be murderer, sir. Oh my God, sister, you're telling us you're a professional killer? Says, sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir. Says, sir, I'm what you call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. He said, please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Said Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Said, give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. I kind of like him, though. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. Aw, I'm so sorry for you. He said, so the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto the others before they do unto you. He said, that's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. So let's press him. Let's press the first thing you say. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, that's a scary thought. The evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The mascot? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. This fucking thing. This thing is so creepy to me. Said I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. But there's a handprint on it that nobody's looking at. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. So that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on there, right? He said, there it is, I found it. It said, this is the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. He said, I see. But the number 4989596 is the last one. It's shown as being used twice. Oh, it sure was. Huh. He said, please explain, witness. He said, it's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when, yes, sir, that was when I spotted the man on the security screen. Okay, so you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? He said, it was a knife, sir, a knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on me. What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. He said, that's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Oh. He said, I fought for my life. Then I did it. You did what? What exactly do you mean when you said you did it? I know I don't look like the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. He said, you took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. So he must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew, yes, he punched me right in my face, sir. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. I love him. Were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I will be classified as the latter. The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you were the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see? He said, yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him, and I'd bet my badge on it. You don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label someone as having seen or haven't seen it. He said, since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. He said, why is everyone looking at me? He said, if I had to label your stares as disturbing, or I'm trying to turn it around on us, Meekins. He said, Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. He said, very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. There we go. We getting stuff together. So there's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured out everything. He said, Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? He said, hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. He said, oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. All right, get your ass on. He said, wait, Detective Gumshoe. He said, what is it? Got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, Detective. You better be, pal. Hey, hey, hey. What? I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Scott. That's okay. So have you brought what I asked? Oh ho. Okay, oh, so did you bring it? Did you mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Oh, so you forged this stuff? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident. Lana, I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Huh. He said, take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders. He said, oh, what? Now that I brought your stuff, you're just going to ignore me? But why? He said, why is your name in here? What? My name is in here. I don't know, unless It said, so it couldn't be Lana. This SL9 incident, is that? It said, that's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lana. That's over with. No. So what happened? Emma, wait. She ran away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta go be somewhere. Oh, why everybody's trying to run right now? Why is everybody trying to leave? What's going on? What y'all gotta hide? Huh? So sorry, pal. I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. He said, not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. Man, what? What? Y'all hiding something. I'm gonna get down to it. Alright, y'all, so that is it for today's episode, part 1 of this trial. I kind of like doing the forensic stuff, y'all. The forensic stuff is fun for me. I like doing the fingerprinting and checking the blood and all that stuff. Like, it's cool to me. Like, that's very cool. And I also like Meekins. I like Meekins a lot. They make fun of him a lot, but I like him. And I like doing the little country accent for Marshall. I don't know why, but it just sounds so funny. He just looks like Cassidy from Overwatch, and I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this first part. Next part coming out soon. So I hope you guys leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll be back with another part of this episode very, very soon. And I'll see you guys later. And this is